My name is Rebecca Mator, and the title of my This I Believe is Open Ears.
Listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I start, but I can't complete. Listen.
I've always labeled certain people as strong, trustworthy, or reliable. I've recently noted that those with these characteristics consistently have an aptitude for a certain skill. The skill might seem quite ordinary or even universal. I understand that nearly all people, in the literal sense, have the ability to hear. However, I believe that only some people are truly able to listen. For nearly all of my life, I have enjoyed talking. I simply take great pleasure in good conversation regardless of topic. It may be the weather, a friend's frustrations, a war, or a reality show. The conversation's tone could be upbeat, eager, or troubled. As I reflect upon the joy that conversation generates, I begin to explore its nature. I recognize that everyone thinks, everyone worries, everyone dreams. These thoughts, ideas, and fears can often become convoluted or jumbled in one's head. Therefore, I respect and even admire those who have the courage, patience, and heart to listen. I recall a time several years ago when things seemed to be piling up in my head. It seemed that with the addition of each new task or emotion, an enormous brick stacked upon my back. Changes were occurring in my life, and my calendar was stuffed with all sorts of commitments. I strategically itemized what had to be done. However, I truly ached to voice my silent mind and list in what they could not. I remember a particular day when my mother sat down and listened to every thought that was rushing through my head. She did not offer any ingenious advice. She did not pose as the devil's advocate to shed light on a new perspective. She simply smiled, nodded, and focused on my words. These small gestures provided me with all that I needed. I was able to speak and ultimately detect the source of my worries. I understand all that listening can accomplish. When I engage in a conversation, I try my best to respond with my gestures rather than my voice. As someone approaches me with their problems, I refrain from immediately spewing advice like daggers at their words. Instead, I sit back and concentrate. I allow their words to leisurely float through the room. Listening is a powerful talent with astonishing potential. Listening can be difficult. It requires courage to hear someone's fears and pains. It calls for patience to allow one to work through and articulate elusive and tangled thoughts. It demonstrates strength to confine impassioned opinions and biases. But ultimately, it demands heart to offer compassion and empathy. I believe that the mind's thoughts need an outlet to breathe in order to prevent congestion in the head. I believe that open and welcoming ears are needed in the world. I believe in listening. This I believe.